Newspapers in towns across America have been rapidly closing in recent years. When they do, there's sometimes no one keeping an eye on town hall, yes, but also no one writing about the high school soccer team or the charity bake sale a 10-year-old put on to help out a friend. 207's David Guilford joins us now with a story about one paper and one man who has made sure no one is forgotten in his part of Maine.
Well, Rob, there is in fact a lot going on in our small towns, and the Rumford area is no different. There are serious policy discussions for residents to weigh in on, and a lot of good being done that could go unnoticed. Well, since the 80s, one man has made it his mission to give people the spotlight they deserve. Most days, this is how you'll find Bruce Farrin.
How many miles a day do you walk?
Walking.
Well, usually 4, but sometimes I walk to appointments and stuff, so.
Around Rumford or another River Valley town.
The best part for me is walking the hills.
That's the best part.
It is.
Oh, there's some kids.
There we go.
On this October day, Bruce was hustling to catch up with a group of elementary school students, his trusty camera at the ready.
It's just huge.
He is a photographer.
I'm a special ed teacher.
Reporter.
This is my first year here.
Okay.
4, 5, 6 years here.
And managing editor of the weekly newspaper, the Rumford Falls Times.
He's like documenting this whole community for the last, 40 years. It's pretty amazing.
Since 1986, he's reported on the towns in the greater Rumford area, thumbed through an edition of the Times, and his name is everywhere. Bylines and photo credits.
Everybody's had a picture of their kid in the Rumford Falls Times.
Bruce's lens finds people. I can't argue with that. He even found me on my high school football team, apparently not blocking. Here's me not blocking again. Oh, here's a good one, but I'm jealously hoping my friends will let me hold the trophy. It's funny, he must have missed my good moments. But the point is, pick up a copy or go online and you'll find Bruce, more than anyone else, has been telling the stories of the River Valley for 4 decades.
All we need is Bellman and we'd have the band back together.
Though he has had help.
I was here 2008 to 9 and you came in right after me.
Amy White Chapman and Sherry Crockett are 2 of Bruce's former reporters. He rarely, if ever, had more than one at a time.
Oh my God, he is the institutional knowledge of the town of Rumford and Mexico and Dixfield.
It's a true legacy. Bruce has been an integral part of the communities for so long.
Bruce and current reporter Marion Hutchinson still cover hard news like mold discovery in the middle school or town select board shakeups. But in a time when local papers are closing around the country, the Falls Times readers keep coming back for stories that are unique.
The stories that you're going to read in the Rumford paper you couldn't read anywhere else, whereas you can go online. If you hear there was an accident, you can enter 2 or 3 words and find 6 stories about it from different news stations.
I did a story on a father and daughter starting a lemonade business this summer. I don't know who would, a daily paper that would necessarily be interested in that. I covered little kids' soccer. I had a picture I thought was really good of a little girl, almost like Lucy in the football. Daily papers are after accidents and things that lead.
He estimates he's published 2,100 issues of the paper, and there are long days when you wear this many hats.
And then they have a...
But step back and watch Bruce work, and you'll think he's the lucky one.
But more excited now? Or?
Yeah, because I actually get to explore the place, all these trees. Also, my favorite tree is birch.
Who wouldn't want to share what that kid talked about? It really drives me, that's for sure. After all this time, I love this.
I've never heard Bruce say anything unkind about one person, and I've lived in this area now 30 years almost.
Bruce taught me compassion for people and my community.
Gonna head out.
Bruce is quick to say each reporter who has worked for the Times feels accountable to these small towns.
They bought into it immediately with the community.
I can tell that means a lot to you.
It does. It's everything.
And they'll say Bruce Farrin has been too. If you need him,
There it is.
he'll be around. Bruce has no plans as of now to slow down. In fact, he told me even when he retires, he wants to keep contributing to the paper as a freelancer.
You know, that is such a model of what a great reporter should be. There are a lot of young journalists who could learn from Bruce by going out and walking 4 miles a day around town.
And that's about the only time he's in a hurry. He listens, he knows his community and the people there, and he tells great stories.
You know, and it also illustrates how important it is to have a weekly newspaper in your community. And Maine is lucky because we still have a lot of them. In many other states around this country, they have disappeared, and the stories do not get told. As you pointed out, the stories out of town hall don't get told, but the stories about the father and daughter starting a lemonade stand also don't get told.
And those are the two big examples, right? We need people who go to all these select board meetings and stuff, but you also need the lemonade stand with the daughter and father.
Inspiring stuff. Thanks, David.